So there's going to be times where in order for things to flow, where you may have to tweak. There are going to be times when you're recording or putting in quotes where if you want it to grammatically flow, it doesn't flow perfectly. You can adjust things. So I'm going to read this first. Looking back on her life with multiple sclerosis, Nancy Mears declares, ugh, that verb is no good. That is a lame verb. Anyway, here comes the quote. She was never a beautiful woman, and for that reason, she has spent most of her life suffering from the shame of falling short of an unattainable standard, quotes parentheses period. Now, she didn't say she was talking about herself. So this word was I was never a beautiful woman. For that reason, I have spent most of my life. You're allowed to change those words to make it grammatically fit. You have to use hard brackets, okay, which is right on the keyboard next to the letter P. You can change a word, and what you're saying to the reader is, look, I had to modify something for this to flow. And if you want to check me on that, obviously that's the source to go to. And again, what to put in the parentheses, Scriber.com and EasyBib do that for you. So that is not a worry. We want no speed bumps. We want this to be as smooth as possible. But we can change a word to make things flow, okay? Also, we can also use these. These are called ellipses. If you're quoting something and the beginning part is great, and then there's this middle part, and I think in that middle part, if I remember right, she starts talking about her sister. Well, that stuff didn't really apply to exactly what I was quoting here. So the ellipses, and I think I was supposed to put a space between each one, but whatever, we can worry about that later. Just says, hey, reader, I removed a part, and you can trust me, it didn't take away from the meaning. So we can't obliterate the integrity of what the quote is, but we can adjust it. That way, all this stuff about how do I work quotes in, decide what is crucial, what is really good. Read something and go, oh my gosh, I fully understand what this quote is. I get it now, or this material. How can I work this into my paper and keep this one piece? And if you can do that, this is a really varsity move right here, is using these quotes and using these ellipses. That is saying something. I mean, that looks pro because you're surgically kind of connecting things together. This verb is terrible because declare, what do you declare? Bankruptcy and independence. Those are the two things you declare. It's a terrible. This is reflects. I should have used a better word. Reflects on her life with, I said that here, but I could have said, concluded that, or, remembered, something like that. So declares, states, says, lame. Leave that stuff to lawyers and writing bad yearbook articles. So this is our license to tweak.